Hi guys, welcome down to the studio. This is our set for today. I'll introduce my assistant Elliot, who will be helping out on the shoot today. Come say hi. Okay, so today we're using a glass sheet over our flat lay to cause reflections of the product that we're shooting. We're using the VL300 lights combined with the aperture spotlight mount to create this dynamic circle in our image. Okay, so the cool thing about this aperture spotlight mount is that you're able to use the iris leaf blades to adjust the size of the spotlight. And this is very useful. You can hone in the exact measurements of your spotlight to get the desired image that you want. So this is our full setup. We have the VL300s on our spotlight up here, creating that dynamic spotlight. We have the SC150R over there, creating the fill light with the blue, as well as these spectrum flat lays. We also have these black polyboards to stop the light from bouncing around in our subject, as we have a lot of reflections in our glass object. We've also decided on the blue color, as it's reminiscent of the Ariana Grande perfume that we're shooting. I'll now be adding in the atmosphere aerosol, which, like I said, creates some depth in the image. So we're going to switch it out and see how that works with the actual cloud theme, maybe brighten up the image. And yeah, we'll give that a go and we'll see you soon. So now that we've put down the cloud flat lay, we're going to test out a few different colors on the actual spotlight. So because we don't have gels with us today in the studio or an RGB light up on our spotlight, we're going to use these small acrylic sheets to actually color the image. So Elliot will hold some over the light and we can see the different colors that it creates. So this one's a nice red, almost even pinkish tone. And then we'll try the orange and see if how that works. So that's also nice, pretty reminiscent of sunlight. So we'll give these a go at shooting. So now that we've changed sets, we're using a nice marble flat lay for the base, and we'll also be using this beauty product just for its nice golden reflections, as well as these. So now we've turned on the light, we've blocked out some of the circular light using the lighting modifiers within the actual lens of the spotlight. And so we've created more of a rectangular, elongated light pattern. So when using reflective objects such as this mirror, you want to make sure that when you're actually shooting it, you don't get backgrounds such as yourself or the surrounding area within the shot. So we'll turn this on and we'll see if we can adjust it to a specific color that we like. So even straight off the bat, that red is quite nice. I may make it a little bit more orange. All right, now that I'm happy with the color, I'm going to actually lift the light up to match the spotlight. So we'll lift it up decently high and then adjust the angle of the beam. So now it's creating some nice highlights from up high. Yeah. So we're using our plinths here that we have in our studio, but it's totally fine for you to use a table, a wall, or anything to stick up your backdrops. And just simple tape will suffice at the top of the backdrop just to line it up and keep it up there. And yeah, now we'll add our product in. So we're going to be shooting this gin bottle. It has some nice colored glass as well as red accents, which work perfectly with the green background. So yet again, we want a quite dark shot. So we're going to be using these black polyboards just so that there's absolutely no other reflections of unwanted light. Today we're using these Gobos strip boxes. They're really good for elongated glass objects. Now the great thing about using continuous lighting is that we can see how this looks before we actually take the shot. So I'm going to move this around so that we can have the shadow coming onto the side of the bottle. And then this one also on the side, but further around to create a nice blue highlight on the side of the image. Again, using the Gobos SC150R. Okay, so now that the glass sheet is down, we're going to add in a few extra props to our image. So Elliot will bring in a glass and an acrylic little square prop that we're going to place on. I'll let him in, come place it down. This just adds a little bit extra depth and interest to the image rather than just a plain old bottle. Also adding in the ice and the flower just adds a little bit of texture into the image and instead of just plain old glass. Now that we have our props within our image, we can now make our fine adjustments before we start shooting, as well as add in any extra pops that we might need. For example, we're going to be adding in a little bit of extra ice around the base of the product. Okay, now we're all set up, so we'll get into the shoot. We're now going to switch out the backdrop to this more textured flat lay backdrop.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up and a comment down below about what you would like to see next. Visit us on Facebook and Instagram at Hypop and on our website at hypop.com.au. See you next time.